A very good evening to all brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Today is Tuesday, 5th August 2025. So we'll be continuing our sharing from this book, the wonderful Dhamma Lotus Flower Sutra. We are at Volume 4, Chapter 3, a parable, page, according to the old text, is 723. Okay, as usual, we gather and have our physical puja. Let us compose our mind, develop the saddha, virya, then mindfully we shall commence the puja chanting. Namo 本师释迦牟尼佛 Namo 本师释迦牟尼佛 Namo 本师释迦牟尼佛 Namo 观世音菩萨 Namo 观世音菩萨 Namo 观世音菩萨 Namo 阿弥陀佛 Namo 阿弥陀佛 Namo 阿弥陀佛 Namo 弥勒佛 Namo 弥勒佛 Namo 弥勒佛 Namo 药师佛 Namo 药师佛 Namo 药师佛 Namo 普贤菩萨 Namo 普贤菩萨 Namo 普贤菩萨 Namo 地藏王菩萨Namo 地藏王菩萨菩萨 Namo 佛菩萨 Namo 佛菩萨 Namo 佛菩萨 Arahang Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sanghang Namami Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Buddhang saranang gacchami Dhammang saranang gacchami Sanghang saranang gacchami Diyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami Panati pata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami Adina dana veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami Kamesu miccacara Veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami Musawada Veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami Surameraya Majapamadatana Veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami Ganna Sarapatitena Dipena Tamadangsina Ti lokang dipang sambuddhang pujayami tamonodang Ganda sambara yutena duppena hang sugang hina pujaye pujaniyang tang puja bhajana motamang vanna ganda guno petang etang kasuma santatin pujayami munindasa Siri pada sarorohe pujemi bedang kasumena nena punnena matena cha hotu mokang pupang milayati yata idang me kayo tata yati vinasa bawang Adivase tuno bante paniyang parika pitang anukampang upadaya patigan hatu mutamang Adivase tuno bante pale parika pitang anukampang upadaya Patigan hatu mutamang adivase tuno bante bojanang parika pitang anukampang upadaya patigan hatu mutamang. Okay, now we shall chant the puja chanting based on our understanding of the significance of all these puja offerings. Significance of offering of light. May this offering of light to the Buddha brings forth the causes and conditions to illuminate our mind and help arise the needed clarity and understanding to dispel all darkness or ignorance therein. Significance of offering of water. May this offering of pure, clear, cool water lead us to the pure, clear Dhamma that cools and doses off the fires of all defilements within our mind. Significance of offering of incense. May our morality, virtue, and understanding shine forth far and wide, just like the fragrance of this incense which we are offering to the Blessed One, who is perfect in wisdom and virtue. Significance of offering of fruits. May this offering of fruits remind us of the Dana Parami of generosity and the fruit of our karma, so that we will diligently strive on with heedfulness to attain the path and fruition soon as possible. Significance of offering of flowers. May this constant offering of flowers to the Blessed One strengthen our faith and constantly remind us of the impermanence of this body, so that we will diligently and sincerely strive on to cultivate Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, leading to ultimate liberation, the bond-free Nibbana. Making a whole aspiration. By the power of all these merits born of these offerings, may our spiritual faculty of Saddha, Virya, Sati, Samadhi, and Panya be further strengthened until they become balas of power, sharing and transfer merits to all beings. May these merits be shared and transferred to all beings without exception, especially to those who have the condition and affinity to receive them. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, now let us pay respect to Puja. Buddhang pujemi. Dhammang pujemi. Sanghang pujemi. Just relax body and mind, maintain some form of attention, then we'll have our half an hour of awareness-based meditation. We are off the light. So just relax body and mind. Then develop the inner awareness. Just maintain that nature's ability to be aware. Whatever arises, just aware. After that, finish. Don't try to know, don't try to do anything. Because the trying to know and the trying to do or even meditate is always by the thought. So if you can, try your very best to just relax and allow the awareness to be. Whatever arises, just aware before the knowing, before the perception, before the mind starts to think or create any of this sankhara activity. But whatever that arises from that pure awareness nature is the thought process, sankhara activity. That is the mundane mind, not the true mind. That is the creation part, the manifestation part. So to develop stability or inner awareness to realize the true mind, you have to silence everything. Don't try to do anything, just silent, relax. Maintain awareness. Okay, then for those who already have the ability to stabilize the inner awareness nature, you can move on to the fourth support. The fourth support is trust, T-R-U-S-T, trusting your inner nature to develop the meditative movement. You just relax body and mind, maintain awareness, stay at the heart area. Then whatever arises around the vicinity of the heart area, just allow the inner awareness nature to detect it. May be any vibration, or even heartbeat, or even any tactile contact, or sense door contact or activity. Continuously stay at the heart area and just maintain that awareness and let the awareness detect whatever that arises and let it move by itself. It will know what to do. There is no thought involved, no interference. Whichever you can come into contact with, your awareness will pick it up. Then just stay with it. You can develop the stability. Then sooner or later, this inner awareness will develop the movement by itself. Then through your silent observation of what is moving or going on inside, you will develop the understanding of who you are, what you are, and how you function as a living being, how thought manifests from that nature. What that nature is, you also will come to understand it very clearly, but that is just the inner pure awareness nature, the true mind, the silent mind, that is capable of being aware. That is the nature that is full of understanding and wisdom. Without that nature, you cannot develop the understanding of life. You cannot understand what is going on within your form and mind. You cannot realize the two mind that is inherent in all living beings. The first to arise from that nature is the pure awareness nature, your true nature, your true mind. then from there, all thought process or thinking activity, they manifest through the nature's law of dependent origination. The Buddha called it Paticca Samuppada. Paticca Samuppada is a very important teaching. Dependent on something, certain thing arise. That's why it's called the law of dependent origination. Dependent on all these causes and conditions, then it originates the causes, the fruition of it. That's why cause and effect. Then the effect will become the new causes. Then whatever phenomena that arise, whether physical, mental, or nature's phenomena, they have their causes and conditions behind. That's why the Buddha very clearly indicate to the monks and the cultivator. He said, whatever arises within nature, within existence, there are causes and conditions behind the arising, because that is the nature's law of dependent origination. And our conditioned world need causes and conditions for phenomena to arise, for things to arise. And meditation is to develop the inner awareness, to observe all this, to understand all this, and to see their universal characteristic. The direct seeing things as they are, the silent observation of the reality of what is wisdom. So all this is part and parcel of mindfulness or awareness-based meditation. Okay, now I will set the alarm and let you meditate on your own. 30 minutes. Okay, you can now slowly, mindfully come out of meditation. Try to maintain whatever inner peace, inner calmness, inner awareness that you have developed for as long as you can. Invocation to the Devas. In this universe, in their entirety, let the deities or Devas come here. Let them hear the good teachings of the King of Sages, which gives heaven and release, Nibbana. This is the time to listen to the teaching. This is the time to listen to the teaching. This is the time to listen to the teaching. Samanta Chakavalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Saddhammang Muni Rajasa Sunantu Sakamokadang Dhamma Savanan Kalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savanan Kalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savanan Kalo Ayang Badanta. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Iti peso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati Satta Deva Manusanang Buddho Bhagavati Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Kaliko Ehipaseko Opanayiko Pajatang Veditaibo Vinohiti Supatipanno Bhagavato Sangho Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Sangho Nyaya Patipano Bhagavato Sangho Samici Patipano Bhagavato Sangho Yadidang Chatari Purisa Yukani Atta Purisa Pugala Esa Bhagavato Sangho Ahuneyo Bahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaneyo Anuttarang Punyang Ketang Lokasati Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Okay, now we shall continue from where we stopped. Sutta Part. Sariputta, you should know that for this reason, through the power of skillful means, the Buddha, in teaching the Supreme Buddha vehicle, speaks of 3 vehicles. So the commentaries. Commentary explained, Sariputta, do you understand? Because living beings are unable to fully accept the wondrous principles of the great Supreme Vehicle, all Buddha throughout the 10 directions, including me, the Tathagata Sakyamuni, means Sakyamuni Buddha, you skillful and clever Dhammador to teach the Buddha vehicle by first teaching the 3 vehicles of the Savaka or sound hearer, means the sainthood way, and the Pacceka Buddha's vehicle or the silent Buddha vehicle teaching, and finally the Supreme Vehicle teaching, which is also the Bodhisattva way of cultivation leading to the realization of Sammasambuddhahood. Originally, these 3 vehicles did not exist. There was only the Buddha vehicle or the Supreme Buddha vehicle. But living beings' dispositions are such that they cannot completely accept the Buddha vehicle. This one I have explained before also. Therefore the Buddha, they taught the 3 vehicles for the sake of one Buddha vehicle or the Supreme Vehicle. The ultimate goal was for all living beings to become Sammasambuddha through the cultivation of the Supreme Buddha Vehicle. Okay, we move on. So verse setting for the parables. Verse about the parables as a whole. Verse about the elders. Verse about the house. Verse about the 500 people. Verse about the fire breaking out. Verse about special analogies. Verse correlating the parable with the Dhamma. Okay. So the Sutta Part. The Buddha, wishing to restate his meaning, spoke in verses. Suppose there is an elder who had a large house which was very old, dilapidated, and about to collapse. The halls were high but precarious. The pillars were rotting at their bases. The beams and ridgeposts are aslant, and the foundation and stairway were crumbling. The wall and partition were cracking and ruined. The plaster flicking and peeling away. The thatch was falling every which way, and the rafter and eave pole were coming loose. The partitions on all sides were bent and warped, and the house was filled with piles of filth. Then the commentary. The Buddha, wishing to restate his meaning, spoke in verse. Meaning, after speaking in prose, the Buddha worried that living beings might not have understood him. So he compassionately took the trouble to elaborate upon his message in verse. Some verses have 4 characters on one line, while others have 5, 6, or 7 characters. The verses are meant to reinstate the meaning of the preceding lines of prose. Sometimes they expand upon the prose by providing additional detail. Sometimes they succinctly capture the essential point of the prose. Fearing that people have not grasped its meaning, the Buddha restated it in verse. Then the next part of the sutta. Suppose there was an elder who had a large house, which was very old, dilapidated, and about to collapse. Meaning, an elder, which is the Buddha, has 10 virtues, which were explained previously when the elder were introduced in the prose. If you don't remember them, you can look them up in your notes. Why was the elder's house said to be large? It metaphorically contained the 3 rhymes. The rhyme of the desire or sensual rhyme, form rhyme, and the formless rhyme. The 3 rhymes of the 31 plane of existence are like a large, old, run-down house, it is said. The 3 rhymes hold no peace. They are like a burning house. This burning house is very dangerous. It's just about to fall apart. Why is it on the verge of collapse? Because it is very old. Once it topples, it will be destroyed. The house described in this verse can be interpreted as an analogy of a human body. The human body is like a house, with the mouth for a door, eyes for window, the 4 limbs for its 4 pillars, and the hair for the thatched roof. Always keep your house in good repair. Don't wait until it falls apart and then panic. The body is like a house, the mouth is door. So this one is an explanation. And eyes are like its windows. Our 2 eyes, which allow us to see, are similar to the 2 windows that let light into the house. Our 2 arms and 2 legs are like the 4 pillars in the 4 corners of the house. Our hair is compared to thatch on the roof. There aren't such a house in America, but in China, houses have grass thatch for roofs. These look like the hair growing on our heads. Keep your house in good repair means develop a habit to develop good maintenance. Means like our human body, we need to look after it. But don't attach, don't cling. If the plaster on the wall starts to fall off, fix it. If the window or the door breaks, repair it. If you wait until the house is so run down, it is about to fall apart, you will start panicking. What should you do? You should maintain your house so that it is always in good condition. When you are young, your house is in good condition. As you get old, the house is in danger of falling apart. If you can no longer live there, you will start to panic. The collapse of the house, which signifies death, means you have to move. You may think to repair your house then, but it is too late. The house has been occupied for such a long time that it has worn out, just like the machine that has been overworked. This is what happened with our body. You should maintain your house diligently while it is still in good condition. How do you do that? You cultivate the path. You should sit in meditation. Didn't I teach you the Chinese character for meditation today? In addition, you can bow to the Buddha. Bowing to Sutra is a way of bowing to the Buddha. You can also recite Sutra and mantra. Today, I taught you your first Chinese lesson, and it's an excellent foundation for all of you. You shall all practice saying the sentence I taught you. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. The early morning is the best time to be up, it is said. Diligence is the key to success in life. Spring is the most important time of the year. Morning is the most vital part of the day. We should be diligent and not lazy. It is only through diligent effort that we can realize our life plans. Spring is the most important season of the year, for it is when myriad things are born and start growing. If you wake up early in the morning, which is the most vital time of the day, and go out to the garden to breathe some fresh air, you will feel rejuvenated or invigorated. When you get up at 4, you should wash your face and brush your teeth. Once your mouth and face are clean, you can sit in meditation. At this time, nothing is stirring, so all is silent. The early morning is the very best time, the most precious time to cultivate, to work on your cultivation. If you meditate in the early morning, it is easy to get a response. After you have meditated for some time, your leg may start to hurt. Or even if you have gotten past the pain, you may wish to get up and do some exercise. How? You can bow to the Buddha. If you bow down and rise, your circulation will improve. You can it's even better than doing yoga. When you finish bowing to the Buddha, your circulation will have increased throughout your body. You can then recite sutta to regulate your breathing. Those who cultivate esoteric practices may recite mantras silently. How is that done? When you recite the mantras, you don't need to recite them out aloud. We recite the Surangama mantra out loud here, but that is for the public ceremonies. If you really want to cultivate, you recite them in your mind. This is called the Vajra upholding of mantra. You are like Vajra as you recite the mantras. After that, you can go to work. When you finish work at 5, you can come to the Buddhist lecture hall to learn Mandarin or Chinese and listen to the sutra classes. You may even skip dinner Are you hungry? We will have to wait till tomorrow to answer that question. So here, what Master Hsuan Hua is doing is, he is giving you analogy, to explain the sutta. Then here is trying to describe their way of doing the daily religious routine so that it can become a cultivation. So what he described is what is commonly done by them for your case, because most of your are Theravada tradition based, and you started from Theravada tradition. Then later on we combine with the Mahayana. You can actually develop a combination of whatever that is familiar to you and conducive for you to develop the daily religious routine, so that your cultivation can develop the progress. The more important part is the daily mindfulness. The daily religious routine is to develop the ability to constantly remind yourself of cultivation. So daily mindfulness can be cultivated in the midst of life. That's why here what is described is your daily life, daily activity. Like he said, you can wake up very early. In their case is 4 a.m. But it's very common for them. But over Asia side is not so common. But I remember during the early days when I attended some retreat, they did recommend you to wake up at 5 a.m. Then get yourself washed up, get ready, then go to the meditation hall. Normally 6 a.m. you're supposed to be in. Then they will have their what they call meditation. Then after that they will combine normally formal sitting, or some to settle down, they do some walking. But bowing was seldom, except later on the Mahayana came. Then they developed the bowing. Then, because I took refuge under Master Hsuan Hua, my whole family, so the compulsory thing to do is to bow at least 10,000 bow within the maximum of 3 months. You have to commit yourself to that. That's why when I did that bowing, my mindfulness developed, stabilized, and it helped me. That's why after that I also introduce. Then I also teach people how to develop the bowing. It can be in front of Triple Gem, any of the great beings, the Buddha or Kuan Yin, or whatever great beings that you have affinity with. Then sometimes when you are traveling, you don't need really an altar, because the Buddha nature is everywhere. You can bow in any direction with faith, saddha, virya, then mindfully you pay your respect. Then after that, you can recite your refuges. Initially maybe salutation to the Buddha, like what we normally do on the Puja. Then after that, you take refuge. Triple Gem. Then after taking refuge, you renew your precepts. Then after that, you can have your formal sitting. Then you can also after that share merit, transfer merit, or in between radiate metta. Then determine to be aware whatever you do throughout the day, like the activity that Master Hsuan Hua described. Even how you actually develop the mindfulness of the 4 posture. Then the connecting movement between the 4 posture. You can be like washing up or answering nature's call. Everything you do with awareness, mindfulness. Then whatever activity you do throughout the day, even walking down the staircase, going towards the kitchen, the washroom, then preparing your breakfast, and how you really end up having your breakfast, and how you clean up everything, then how you actually prepare yourself to go to work or office or whatever. Everything developed with mindfulness and awareness. This is more towards our routine for us as Malaysian cultivators. And there is no hard and fast rule as how you do it. It depends on your affinity and what is best for you. If you feel that all those daily mindfulness activity and cultivation that you like to develop can help you, why not? I remember when I was working at that time, especially 86 to 89, that 3 years, I was full-time working and full-time cultivating. I have a family, I do everything, but the daily mindfulness was there, very stable, until the sati stabilized, fall into place. That's why after that, my true mind arise. I came to understand the true mind and all the activity and movement. Then I realized sati is very important, mindfulness is very important, and the daily mindfulness is key to meditation, because you have to be heedful throughout the day, even in the midst of life. You cannot just try to develop heedfulness while in the retreat or in the form of meditation, where there is not enough. Like the Buddha said, the heedless are as if dead. Heedfulness is the path to the deathless. The heedful never die. Means throughout the day, apart from your sleeping moment, if you can, even during your sleeping moment, you must develop mindfulness and awareness. That's why sati is key. Sati is most important. When you have sati, you are with your true mind. When you are lost in thought, you are heedless. You are no longer with the meditative mind. And this part is very important. So to describe and develop the understanding of all this, you have to maybe plan your own schedule and develop your own understanding. That's why in the early day, I share with you all the importance of having a good daily religious routine. Means the religious routine that you always do every day while you are still on training, when you still need to train yourself to develop the enlightenment, the understanding. During that period, the daily religious routine is very important, and you have to meditate almost technically 24 hours. 24-hour awareness or mindfulness. Okay, I will continue so that you understand. The earlier description of the burning house analogy as a human being is Shen Hua's way of explaining the sutta. The elders in the verse suppose there was an elder who had a large house which was very old. Is analogous to the Buddha, like I explained just now. The elder's large house represents the rhyme of the sensual rhyme, form rhyme, and the formless rhyme. Is the 31 plane of existence, or the entire Trigylocosm. Means all of existence rhyme. All living beings live in this big old house because the three rhymes are not newly formed and in fact have no beginning. They are referred to as old. That's why the Buddha in his early expression, when he taught the Theravada tradition, the teaching, he said, inconceivable is the beginning of the first thought of ignorance that conditions human birth, living beings' birth and activity, leading to the whole creation and the coming activity and movement. So that part, that's why here is also written, has no beginning, because it's inconceivable. So the three rhyme has been there for very, very long. We call this the 31 plane of existence within samsara itself, where there is birth and death. And the three rhyme cover all the 31 planes of possible existence within our universe, or our this existential rhyme. Then I read on. The physical house is dilapidated and about to collapse, means ready to fall apart. It is already useless. If the house is viewed as a metaphor for the body, it implies that over time your body will deteriorate too. The halls were high but precarious. All these are the description. It's actually an analogy. It's just like you don't understand the Dhamma. You don't know how to actually develop the understanding of life, then you will neglect your physical body. Your physical body is like a house. It houses you, houses your consciousness. So if you don't take care of the house, where the analogy is very relevant and very good, it's just like the house we stay in. If we don't keep up with the maintenance, the cleanliness, then this house will deteriorate and it becomes worse and worse. Well, over time, because of the weather, wear and tear, and also sometimes the timber, everything, they may get decay, whether it's termite attack or whatever. Sometimes it's due to weather condition. Then the roof may be blown up. Then in certain country, there may be snow, heavy snow. Then it will cause the roof to deteriorate to excessive snow load. Then, in fact, everything, not only a house, a car also same. If you don't maintain it, it will deteriorate. Then this human body also same. If we don't take care, then it will deteriorate faster, especially those who abuse it, overwork it, and didn't have any understanding of it. Then you go and do all the funny activity. So in a similar way, once the house that we live in is not well maintained or looked after, then it will deteriorate. When it deteriorates, it becomes like not habitable or very difficult for those who stay inside there to have a proper house, like a roof over their head, shelter, everything, comfort, utility, everything. But if you have problem and you don't maintain, then all these problems will gather and become worse and worse. So here the analogy is the description of the hall represents the rhyme of form and desire. These halls are said to be high and precarious because when dwelling in the three rhyme it is very easy to fall and lose the human body. That's why I always share with you all. This physical body, we need protection by the great beings. That's why we sincerely request for their blessing, protection and guidance. Because this is very fragile, the physical body. It can just become destroyed very easily. Very delicate, very fragile. It is not something very solid or strong where you can do all the funny trick and yet thinking that this body nothing will happen. Maybe when you are young you can, but as you age, actually any minor fall can be detrimental and very severe. Then you don't look after it, especially you don't exercise, you don't have proper food, proper balanced diet, all those things, and you don't develop all the important upkeep. This body will deteriorate and become easily damaged. Then when it happens, it will be a problem for the consciousness that stay inside. But whatever happened to the physical body, the consciousness that is trapped inside will have to go through the suffering, disease, injury, sickness or whatever. But you maintain it well, keep it healthy, then develop the appropriate understanding so that it is in proper functioning condition to let you have a good body that can actually give rise to all the comfort that you need and help you in whatever activity you do, even in your study, if you have a healthy body. Then your movement, mobility and all those things. Then here the analogy is when dwelling in the tree rhyme, it's very easy to fall and lose the human body. It means you can die anytime, either through accident or disease, or sometimes even organ failure and all those things, traumatic diseases. And one may also fall from the heavens, which are high. A place of high altitude is very dangerous, but if you fall, you could lose your life. This means that in the rhyme of desire, the sensual rhyme, and the rhyme of form, one does not know which destiny one will fall into after death. One could fall into the hell rhyme, becomes a hungry ghost, or turn into an animal to live in the animal rhymes. For this reason, one's situation is extremely precarious. Then the sutta continues. The pillars are rotting at their base. Means you can think of your leg as a pillar of your body. Your feet are your base. Rotting refers to the four phases of birth, old age, sickness and death. From birth, one grows to adulthood, gets old, gets sick and then die. The beams and ridge posts are aslant. Means the roof beams, the ridge posts are like your backbones and all those things. They are tilted, falling apart and no longer useful. And the foundation and staircase are crumbling. What do the foundation and staircase represent? In terms of your body, the foundation and staircase can be likened to your posterior the part of the body where you sit down. They are also a metaphor for karmic hindrance, which, like the foundation and staircase, are disintegrating. The wall and partition are cracking, crack and ruin. The wall represents the skin and flesh. When your skin and flesh get old, they become wrinkled and sag. The plaster flaking and peeling away refers to your complexion. Flaking and peeling away represent your skin becoming chapped and wrinkled. The tash are falling every which way. So tash refer to your hair. So the tash covering on the roof are coming apart and falling off. And the rafter and eave posts are coming loose. Rafter and wooden beams that extend from the eaves. In China, roofs are built with rafters. Each beam measures more than 20 feet long. They span above the house at a certain distance from each other. The wooden beam and board are placed over this rafter. The thatch, a mixture of dirt and straw, is spread over the wooden beams. Eave poles are horizontal beams to which rafters are fastened. The structural frame are deteriorating. So this is just description. We move on a bit faster. The partition on all sides. The partition on all sides are bent and warped. So these are the description. Means they are cracked and really deteriorated, representing the aging and all those things. Okay, we move on further. Okay, come down a bit. Okay, the collapsing of the wall signifies the four elements dispersing. The earth element, water element, fire and wind element, all returning to their origin. They disperse and the body dies. Then Hsuan continues. He said, last summer I addressed the topic of human life. We should all see this life for what it is, for what it really is. Don't let the mind become the body's slave, busy serving it all the time, without ever waking up. This is a good description. Means you are never aware, mindful. You are always heedlessly lost in thought, sleeping. That's why the Buddha is called the awakened one. He has awakened from the delusion, the slumber. But most living beings, they are still sleeping because they haven't awakened. So this one is busy serving it all the time without ever waking up. Last summer, Hsuan said, I shared the following insight. We go through this one. Ever since ancient time, few have lived to be 70. During the early days, yes, life was not as long as what it is now. Subtracting the years of your youth and old age, there is not much time in between. Furthermore, half of that is spent sleeping. Ever since ancient time, few have lived to be 70 years old. From ancient time till now, it has been rare for people to live past 70s. Most people have died in their 50s or 60s. Some die in their 40s, 30s and 20s. Many even die in their teens. Very few people live to be 70. But let's suppose that we do. We must subtract the first 10 years of childhood, because before the age of 10 you are incapable of doing much. We have limited knowledge and understanding. Therefore in these 10 years you cannot accomplish much, which is quite true. We must also subtract the last 10 years during our old age. But after the age of 60, you cannot do much work either. So another 10 years are gone. So this one is for that ancient era. Now people live until quite long. Taking off 10 years of youth and 10 years of old age, you are left with 50 years. Up to one half of that is spent sleeping. The remaining 25 years you eat, get dressed, take showers, go to the restroom, drink tea and coffee, and chat with others. How much time do you spend on this activity? We should subtract at least another 5 years. So we are left only with 20 years. Would you say that it's a long time? The ultimate question is, what is the meaning of life? Therefore, today's lesson is very interesting. That was what Master Hsuan shared. But based on our present understanding, we have more understanding to understand life now. We are still within the sasana, where the teaching is still there. So, Hsuan may describe all those, which may be true in certain sense, especially when you are young, maybe the first 10 years actually. You are still a kid, basically, and you don't know much thing, and you don't know what life is also. So that part is most of the time spent like a normal child, healers and all those things. Then depend on your parent, your family, environment, all those things. But as you grew up, especially for our era, my time, I look at life very differently. Maybe I got my past. When I was very young, actually, I know a lot of things already, but being a kid, still a kid. What I came to know is, up to the age of 5, I have almost no thought, hardly any thought. I have a mind that is very, very different. And my parents told me that, my grandma also told me that, because they were observing me. And my grandmother worried that I cannot speak like a dumb person. I never speak, I hardly speak. And most of the time I'm very cute, very naive. Because hardly any thought, nothing. Until they transferred me back when I was near to 6 years old, I remember, to a very notorious small town at the vicinity of Alasta. They call it Simbangkola, or Chaking Tiama, the 10-shop village. So that place is really notorious. All sorts of people stay there. And most of them were gangsters, poor people, and all those things. But we grew up in that environment. Then that's where I start to encounter all those Sankara activity and learn all the bad influence from that society. But for me, it's part of life. Then when I went to school, my father sent me to English school, which I totally don't understand the language. And the whole village, nobody is educated. Hardly anybody. Then, during my time, I remember, if you can pass standard 6 and go to secondary school, you are considered one of the bright guys around. Then if you can pass Form 3, you are really, really special already. So that was the condition. Then when I grew up, surprisingly, I did very well. I not only passed Form 3, I actually excelled when I was in Form 5, I did very well. Then Form 6, then I went to MU, uni and did engineering. That's why I look back my life. It's very different. Although Shen Huang says sleep and all those things, but for me, every phase of my life, every decade that I lived through, I actually developed a lot of understanding. Especially after I went to the uni, and I came out and worked. And then after 1989, age 35, when I connect, the understanding come back to me, and the whole thing unfold. Then every moment, every instant is cultivation. That's why although a lot of your time is like wasted in sleep, wasted in eating, enjoying life, mixed with friend activity, but when you have the Dhamma, it becomes different. All of that life activity, even sleeping or whatever, you are aware, you are mindful, you are heedful. That's why you can really live life to the fullest. And you can really experience all of the pristine beauty and wonders of life. And this is possible. That's why in the Heart Sutra is mentioned, when you realize true emptiness, when you have penetrated the Dhamma and realize true emptiness, then life becomes wonderful, existence becomes wonderful. 真空妙有. And that phrase is very beautiful, very, very true. That's why although Shen Hua described all those things like you don't have much to live, but without the Dhamma, without heedfulness, even you live very long, let's say until 100 years old, or maybe more, but your life, most of it is heedless living. You think a lot, you worry a lot, you strive a lot, you go through a lot of ups and downs. And most people are subject to that. You encounter so many chaotic situations and life conditions, and so much fear, so much worry, so much anxiety, and so much stress and suffering and misery, especially when you live too long. The suffering of old age, sickness and death. Without Dhamma, mental suffering also arises. And a lot of things you encounter and confront, you cannot come to terms with it. You cannot be at peace with it. That's why a lot of people go into very negative mental states, or we call depression, enter depression. And sometimes because of attachment, the loss of a loved ones, a good friend or parents or whatever, they become very attached and they cling on to it, and they become like whole life lost. They suffer so much because of that, because of the memory holding on to that thing. Then the other thing that you also come to understand is life is not what you think, not so real. Because this part I think I haven't shared. Maybe now I share so that more and more Kayamita can develop the understanding. We talk about living life, and to each and every one of us, we think life is a reality. We think everything we experience in life through our senses is real. But do you realize that each and every living being, not only human being, in this entire universe, every moment, every instant, whatever you perceive and believe that you are living in this existential world, and that is your reality, that reality that you are holding on to at every moment is unique to you. But only that small thing of whatever you perceive and think and go on in your sankhara activity. And every living being is doing different things. So every moment your reality is not the reality of what the rest of humanity is, or living being is. Do you realize that? Even all of us sitting here, your reality is different. But of course, there is a common reality. If you have the Dhamma, you have the awareness, you can listen. But when you listen, the reality also depends on how you process the information you receive. Understand? The Dhamma that you receive. If you have the understanding, then what you process may be a lot of similarity, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. But if you don't have that, most people are not as fortunate as we are with the Dhamma understanding, with the sati or mindfulness or awareness within, that can allow us to understand all this. That's why you look at the universe. No need to say universe, even our society in Malaysia, everyone is different. Every moment, every instant, your reality is different from everybody's reality. Yes, you have your own story, understand? Your own life. And most of them are busy with all those things on it. Understand? Every day what you do and all those things and the things that worry you. Then you like hold on to a lot of things, unfinished business, things that you have to attend to. And their mind is seldom free. Even until the moment of death. Most of them still don't know what is going on. Of course, there are some who maybe has some better understanding of life, and they try to console themselves by saying, like you can come to terms with a lot of reality already. You are not as deluded as last time, and you can like in Hokkien, kwai kui means what? In English, how you translate that? Kandakai. You got good wisdom to accept a lot of things, but the English word is still not the same. Kandakai. You can accept the reality or whatever. Close, but not really. So when you believe that, then they say, don't go and think about it anymore. Don't go and suffer anymore. Especially involving children or no. All parents cannot take it or no. Why I sacrifice so much for my children, and when they grew up, they don't even care for me or come and visit me and all things. Then some of them really been mistreated by their own children and family members and all things. In fact, there are a lot of old people who are affected. They don't even have a roof over their head. Their 3 meals are not certain, and they have to sleep in maybe very depleted housing or area. Not really housing, they don't have a house over their head. Maybe in the alley or streets and all those things. So all these are the suffering that living beings go through. But if you don't have the Dhamma, then they will carry all this. And this become karmic. Because they will develop the hatred. Then they will like want to take revenge in the future. Make sure that I don't come back. If I come back, I have a chance, I'm going to take revenge. So they build up their mental conditioning, karmic conditioning, so strongly because of the hatred, the delusion, the anger. And when all this manifests in the wrong direction, that's why you have samsara. That's why you have the burning house and all those things. So these are all the analogy. So bear in mind what I tell you today. Every moment, every instant, whatever reality that you may think you are living, that reality is peculiar to you, the individual. Because everyone is so different. they perceive life so differently, they think also so differently, especially society different. Then even our planet, all over the world, all nations, society, they are so different. Then every human being, their thought activity, you have that mindfulness and awareness to see your own. Then you will understand why they are so different. Because self-knowledge, when you know yourself, you know others. We are basically, as a human being, we are a creature of thought, a conscious being. We think a lot. When I was in Form 6, I wrote this essay. My teacher, who marked the essay, she was shocked. She put there, very deeply thought out. That time I was in Lower 6. And he just, after that, didn't comment. Then he called me, he talked to me. He said, for your age, he said, what you have written is fantastic. He said, very, very deeply thought out. Yes, it's about understanding life. So I started out by saying, as human, we are a gregarious being. You know what is a gregarious being or not? You need companion, you need friends, you need people to have relationship. Then we are a creature of thought. No, I wrote that. Then that time I already knew this thought, think a lot. All sorts of nonsense also think. But of course there are creative thought too, for study, for whatever thing. Then to me, Form 6 is just like a stepping stone into life. But at that time, in the 60s and the early 70s, life was not like that. Life was when you are in Form 5, it's like the end of your education journey. After that you cannot pass and you don't continue anymore. But I say it's a stepping stone to my tertiary education and future life. I can see the potential, and I knew I very good at study at that time. I knew I can become what I want. I can become a civil engineer. And that time I say is a stepping stone to my tertiary education and future life. And that time I already can see and map out a lot of things about life. That's why the essay that teacher just wrote there, rather deeply thought out, then full stop. She signed. And my classmate next to me, he saw the comment because I was reading through. He snatched my essay book. He said, what did you write? How come got this type of comment on? Then he read through. He also salute. That's why when you have your past, you are very different. So now with the Dhamma understanding, what I want to share you is, you will know how to reflect and contemplate and perceive life so differently. That's why as I went through the stages of cultivation, every instant, every moment, the way I see living beings, society, life, everything, so different. So different. That's why understanding makes a big difference. But now I look at living being, not as a normal human being, think a lot, or no more, that phase is already over. Now is, I look into their consciousness. What type of consciousness are they carrying? I can see their fear, their worry, their emotion and all things. And the type of consciousness that they carry, like the collective consciousness of a certain area, that I go to Singapore, I can feel their collective consciousness is so much better, pure. Then for Malaysia, a certain part, very different, very aggressive and all those things. So you can see you can through your nature's understanding and awareness. That's why you become sensitive. You have to understand. Then not only now I look at the individual of our planet, the living beings, not only human beings, of the whole universe, this nature can understand or know what is going on, even in deep space and all those things, where there is no planet, no life, nothing. That's why the universe is so immense, and like the Buddha said, mind make a day. Then when you have this nature, you know, when you are heedful, you are so different from the heedless. That's why heedful way of living and heedless way of living is world of a different. Yeah. And this teaching, the Supreme Vehicle teaching, can really let you understand life. Yeah. That's why it's very different. Okay, we go back, we have to end already. Otherwise, too late. Maybe we stop here, okay, we stop here. We just mark the page. Okay. Now we come back to our second session, which is meditation reporting, followed by whatever question you may have. It can be regarding the Dhamma or today's topic, or Dhamma in daily life.
Nama Budaya, Brother
Namo
Chu,
Buddhaya. Yes.
and Palimenta.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting me to be a volunteer.
Nominating you, yes.
Okay. I has been just a report on my in June itself. Actually, I went for a 2 weeks retreat.
Oh, that's very good. You can report them. Yeah, can.
On to KKB. Thank you. And it actually seems to be a very different experience as to I've been to many retreats before, but the experience after attending Brother Teo.
Because you have the understanding already. Now it's so different. When you attend different retreat, after you have the understanding, you can see what people do, and based on your understanding, you will do it differently. But you will not cause unnecessary misunderstanding, or you just smile a lot, you rejoice, and then you will just know what to do. No more doubt. No more doubt like last time.
I start to have the better understanding by Brother Teo saying that this is thought-based and also pure awareness. Is definitely I can differentiate now that
the big difference
will not influence my practice and the pure awareness.
Whatever thinking or even views won't already, because you are very clear about that big difference. The thought base, the thought is still active. How can they be aware? No way. And they are trying to meditate to realize the Dhamma, which is beyond thought, beyond time. It's completely impossible. So all this will become very clear to you. Then there is no clarity when you are thinking, lost in thought. When your thought is active, your sankhara activity and movement is very active. And there is this constant thought-based chattering and so-called meditating, noting, commenting, worrying. Then the mental hindrance, a lot, they keep on arising, and they are hardly in the state of sati, means completely without thought. They cannot. Very difficult. And they try to anchor it through noting, through walking, through sitting, through rising, falling, or whatever method and technique. That's why they get themselves completely entangled without knowing, and they still believe they are doing vipassana. That's why you will have the understanding. Very good, Sadhu. You continue.
And also when I was, it's very long sitting and walking meditation, more than 15 hours.
Yeah.
But I found that I have more energy this round, whereby
Definitely.
half an hour break, three half an hour break, where when I have my private room. The good thing about the KKB is that you have your own private room. I do the lying down meditation myself, and for at least 20 minutes or so.
Very good. You will recuperate. You will become very energetic and clarity.
Very energetic.
And a lot of clarity.
And now,
you know why? Because when you don't think, or you think so much less, thought energy is not wasted. Thought energy is the energy from your life force, understand? When you conserve all this thought energy, means you are in a state of sati or awareness, then the life force energy enters your nature. That's why it becomes pure energy. That's why you will have a lot of energy, a lot of clarity. Then your mind very different. It hardly any sankhara inside there disturbing you. Hardly any thought. For the first time in your life, you feel your mind so clear. Without any thought activity to distract it or to disturb it. That's why this type of meditation you cannot find. It's a free mind, without thought. How can people be in the state of no thought in the free mind state? Means not in the concentrated state, not holding on to anything, one-pointedness or focusing or noting or all these things, completely without thought. But yet it's a free mind, completely free, that mind, not in a conditioned state. That one they cannot do unless you know how to develop the awareness-based meditation, which you have, which is very good. Sadhu to you.
Thank you. And I just want to share experience during the lying down meditations privately in my own room.
Your own place.
Yes, it's very conducive in the sense that I see the vibrations as if that there's a big chain moving from my bottom of my foot up to my head. It passes through the heart. It passes through the heart, and then it actually soften and move toward the head direction. So it actually I feel that's been quite it dragged on for some time. Very peaceful and
Because completely without thought, and the energy, which is the pure energy, is moving inside that. When you are in this sati awareness, that pure energy that builds up, that is the one doing the movement. That's why you don't interfere. It just move for you to see, to witness.
Correct.
And that's why you feel so peaceful. So still, so quiet. And it's like so different, that type of meditation. It's completely with that clarity and the pure nature within, the true mind, without thought, doing all the activity and the movement. Very good, Sadhu. That's why you should have more time to yourself and develop this ability to be in the form of meditation, doing the fourth support aware at the heart area and let it move. That one is very important, very beautiful. Sadhu. Very good.
And with this type of each time when I do the line meditation, I have a lot of this energy in the sense that my awareness on my phenomena is very clear.
Very clear. But now, after the retreat, you have stabilized it. Because you have stabilized it from the gross vibration until the more and more refined vibration, then now this refined vibration and movement has moved on its own. That's why the form and mind that goes through this transformation will understand what is going on. And you will know this one is very different. And this one will give you the wisdom and the understanding. Then after this, when you read whatever Dhamma book, your understanding become very different. Then you can easily insight into the Dhamma words that have the truth, straight away you will penetrate, you will pick it up on, oh, this is beautiful. But not the normal type of Dhamma book. The normal type of Dhamma book cannot give you that type of penetrative understanding. But the one that has the understanding who wrote, you read, you will know, oh, this is beautiful, this is beautiful. It keep on arising.
Right.
Sadhu.
Yeah, thank you. And I can also see that the cause and effect, especially the heart area, the starting part of the heart area, you can see that it is actually pumping in two area.
Yeah.
It pumping in two areas.
It can move on. In fact, the heart there, a lot of vibration on. Then when it moves, you will know, because different time it need to arise the what they call the nature's movement. Because it's intelligent on its own. No? That's why it will move on its own, and it know where it need to activate and develop the movement and the inner transformation. That's why now you see like two different areas. Later on it will move. It will move. And the whole heart towards the head is like every part it will clear until it's like hollow inside there. Completely hollow. Hollow means everything that need to activate and clear already clear. Then front and back. Then your whole body like booming like kang. Then that time there is nothing to disturb you already. That time your nature and your awareness is one. But that one will take a long time. That one will take a long time. So very good. Sadhu. So now you start to see all this, how at the heart, how the movement, the two areas, you continue to just relax and let things be and allow the nature to move. That's why that fourth support trust, very beautiful, very important. That one really make a big difference, and the progress can be very fast when you develop that ability. Sadhu.
And I also for this retreat, I think there are one repeat person in charge of Sayadaw that who actually take some of the interview, and he also concurred that once the noting or thought mindfulness gets stabilized, you not necessarily verbalize it.
Very good. He also understand that. Very good.
I was very grateful that he said that he just tell me just be aware.
Yes.
To use verbalization. So
correct.
I said, wow.
Because that verbalization is still a thought. It's still a thought. That's why they finally also came to know that the verbalization actually is a mistake, but they dare not admit it's a mistake because they just say finally you don't need to do the verbalization. The verbalization is like toyi in Cantonese, like not necessary one. So all those is like in the early days because it was taught that way. They were taught to note everything, also note. Note pain. So this verbalization has been conditioned since the early days when the instructions were given. Then they find it very difficult to unlock that habitual tendency that everything they want to do, they must verbalize. Otherwise, they don't know what to do. They cannot be in a state without thought. That's why they cannot do it. So those who know, they will be able to like accept what you do because there was one Kayamita Tammy, you all know her, Tammy. She also went to I think Myanmar. He went to the temple which is that monk was very good. I forgot his name. She wrote to me through email and she consulted me. Then when she was about to go, I say, you go. I say, but based on the understanding that she had, I say, you should be able to differentiate between all this. Then he happened to go to the right place, where that monk, I forgot his name already, the Sayadaw, I think, he's supposed to take over from that old, if I'm not wrong, it's Mahasi Sayadaw. But he refused to take over. Then he set out his own. Then she sent me the notes. I read the note. I said, this one is not bad. They also, inside there, say, you don't go and verbalize. You just away, finish. And a lot of their teaching is different from the traditional one, which is very good. So there are also, I think, some new understanding that unfold. Even in Malaysia, I think locally there were one or two Sayadaw. Earlier on, I think I heard about it. I forgot the name already. I think, if I'm not wrong, it's Tichaniya, is it? Is there a monk like that, Sayadaw? What?
Couldn't recall.
Something like that. I forgot the real pronunciation already. He also teach differently already. They try to move away from the traditional noting and all that thing. Very good, sadhu.
Thank
so
you.
You were there for 2 weeks, huh?
More than 2 weeks actually.
Oh, more than 2 weeks. Very good.
Very good experience. Because the environment
you will feel the big difference. Once you develop all this understanding, wherever you go, the retreat, you will do on your own. Because you have the understanding already. And you will be able to progress so well, so differently. Very good.
So thank you very much for the
Thank you for the sharing. Let us rejoice. Sadhu. So now you want to nominate somebody or not? Wong?
Manyan.
Manyan, yeah.
Hi, brother.
Yes. You have been nominated by Brother Wong.
I was lying down, so I take a while to get up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. No problem. Sadhu.
Brother, just want to share my experience of, because Brother Teo were talking a few times on the, the phenomenal world of consciousness where a lot of things lure us into the sight and sound. Right? So, in my daily life, I don't really have much free time. So when I do have some free time, sometimes I will, try to read more of the Buddhist book that wrote. Yeah, but sometimes before I can reach that level, I mean to that, right? Usually I will pick up the phone just to check, whether I have any messages or whatever. And there were a few times that after looking at the handphone, I got hooked to the handphone for hours, and
Well, nowadays the society, the technological evolution is handphone can actually take up a lot of the younger generations or working career generations time. Even the kids nowadays also, they without handphone don't want to eat. They negotiate with their parents. No handphone, don't want to eat. Then you must give either the reading pad or what. Then they have it, then they eat. So that is what is happening. So no problem. Once you understand, you can actually do away with it. It's not an issue at all.
Yes, I understand, but when I thought about other children, I feel sorry because they don't know. They keep on getting spending time on it, and like Brother Teo say, if they don't have it, then they get upset.
And, they upset and rebel sometimes.
But I do understand because like Facebook, it has also evolved over the years. Now when you go in, they don't even ask you whether you want to watch a video or not.
No more of this self-censoring and all those things.
So sometimes in those videos that they show you, it is very interesting and will catch your attention, and you will not want to put it.
And the kids spend a lot of time on all this. Then now they got more and more what they call more power to influence them through this what they call what is the other version of TikTok? There's another name in it instead of the normal TikTok, the short video. No, not the China, the English. There's one. You go into that website. A lot of scam one. Instagram. In fact, a lot of those who go into Instagram, their WhatsApp or what can kena hack on. Because in the early days, a lot of this thing happening. There is something new, and people doesn't know how to handle it with care. Then when they go in, immediately they get all those funny messages. You click the wrong one, your whole WhatsApp account, the contact all, they already take already. Facebook also have. I think it's Instagram if I'm not wrong.
Brother Teo, not sure because
yes, Mun Yuen, yes.
There's I know Instagram, TikTok, all those I don't dare to download because of this reason.
Don't go and download. A lot of funny thing there.
I don't download the application because I don't want to get hooked to it.
Yes. Not only hook, a lot of scam I was told. A lot of people, the account kena hack. And then they go through don't know what to go and take money, ask for money from your contact list. Then sometimes they imitate the type of letter that they are overseas, they need help and all those things. In fact, the reason why I came to know is I got a few classmates kena. A few, not one or two. I think must be this type of apps.
But Instagram you cannot see unless you add friend. You add them, then they can send you.
No, they don't know how they go in. They say their account compromised. Completely compromised. Means their account kena hack, their contact all gone. And they got a lot of classmates calling their, hey, where are you now? He said, I'm in PJ lah. You wrote me an email say you are in don't know which country, got trouble, need money.
Not just one app, I think many apps.
Then they have to, in our WhatsApp group, ask for forgiveness, apologize to everybody. If I have caused you any of this trouble, please ignore. He said, I'm going to, how to rescue the account. I think they are going to change the password and all those things. They will tell the classmate, ignore all this until my account is secure. Then I let you know. A lot. I think at least 6 to 7 of them over the years. So many kena. Mun Yuen, you continue.
So Radio, I got caught for many times, I spent a lot of time on the phone. Then later on, I kind of, after that, think back, you know, what did I get out of those few hours when I was on the phone?
Sadhu.
And nothing.
Yeah, that's why. Finally, like the banana stem, layer after layer, at the core of it, empty. Because it catches our thought activity, sankhara, and not to say that they are harmful or what. Like I always say, technology is here to stay, understand? It's the user of technology. It's how we use it. If we use it with understanding, then technology can be something useful, helpful. So what you contemplate is very good at the beginning. Yeah, why waste so much time on it? Actually, you will later come to understand. See also like that, don't see also like that. Check message also like that, don't check also like that. That's why when I driving or what, I don't want to check on. I just let it be. I come back only when I have the time. I will on it. Then important message, I clear straight away. After that, I will lock it off already. Then I will just put aside. But of course, sometimes when my wife wants me to pick her up or what, then I will on it. Then I will wait for the signal. Once the signal comes, I will know. Then people whom I don't know, I don't want to accept the call. Then I realize all those pork mong that call are all subside. Now hardly any coming in. Last time a lot all the number I don't know. Keep on calling one. My wife also receive. Then the worst is every time he call me, I don't reply or do anything. He will call my wife. Immediately, the two number I think in the bank you register together, they call. Many times like that, ring, stop, that side ring. Immediately, then another number, then I after my wife stop, another number, but same series, like 01801 is same series, but different number at the back. Means they are scammer who actually try their luck to actually get you to come in. Then they will have a lot of way to scam this type of people. That's why people whom I don't know, I don't want to receive. Why? Because if they know me, they will be able to come to me. Why must you use another number which I don't have one to contact me? No point. Then sometimes, of course, there are like you got certain banking thing or what you maybe need them to reply to you or what. And that one I will know. Then when I look at the number, if it's Singapore side that I have contacted, I will know. Then I will answer. Otherwise, I won't answer. Because all the local number, especially overseas, not the usual Singapore, Thailand or what, all the funny number, sometimes don't know, I think Middle East don't have. Europe a lot. From Europe on a lot. So all this, I think, we have to develop the understanding. That's why the user of technology is very important. Don't be carried away. Don't be gullible. Wow, everything also click, everything also try. Then from the IT point of view, actually very dangerous. I heard from Sui and Ben. He said he also received that title. He almost clicked on it. That day Ben told me. He said, "Oh, a scam." So all this, especially they are IT and they know how to handle. They also manage to come in with those type of message. For we all, our generation is not in the IT. All these are new to us. So we don't try to be too adventurous. Continue.
This one also important. They using AI, I noticed if I search for certain thing, they know, let's say today I was searching for ceiling fan. The next time I go in, they come up with promotion on ceiling fan without me going to look for it.
Yeah. They got a lot of this AI, what they call surveillance. Surveillance. And they know, you frequently click on the ad will come to you, and they will try to get you to like click onto those links that can maybe get you to don't know, scam you or do business from you and all those things. Yeah. In fact, nowadays AI is very fantastic. Then I also heard from Sui and Ben, they all, if you like certain type of video, that type of video keep on coming on.
Yes, correct.
Keep on coming on. Then I was lucky, because my broteo.com, I got a lot of short video. So now I become like very famous. Hey, Bro, your video keep on coming out. I say, really, go and Google Dhamma topic. You Google Dhamma topic, sure come out. It's so popular. And almost a lot of them, when they heard it was me, they came and talked to me. Hey, Bro, your video, fantastic, your Dhamma video. And that day, I got this, Wave inside, Wave. Pali and the husband is Eric. They every year will send this, what they call Katina donation, and every year I donate. Then this year he sent to me, I said, Pali, can do me a favor, resend me the account detail, all those things, so that I ask my treasurer, Hsuan, to do the donation. And you know what the reply came on? He said, Bro, I saw your video. Wow, very good. Then he said that the account he will give to me later. He also heard about it. He said he went in and listened. And a lot of these things, sometimes, I think they are not really like only the bad one they send to you. No, it's whatever that interests you, that is frequently popular one, they will send to you. They will send to you. But there are some that want to scam you. You better be careful. So, technology is here to stay. The use of technology, that's why we have to educate ourselves, develop the tactfulness and understanding. Very good, Mun Yuen. Sadhu.
Right, so I realized I wasted my time. Of course, when I watch, I get excited and I want
no
to...
problem. That is life. You go through, you experience it.
You see, right? Because even after I wash, the next morning when I get up, the scenes will come up.
Yeah, it's still in your Sangara, understand? Sometimes you in your dream also, that thing will appear. Because this is the conditioning, understand? In the early years, I remember after 1989, I tried to find out. Then I like this swordsman show, or say, 武侠小说, Then last time I watched them series by series, then I actually follow. But after 89, then I want to find out. How come now it's so different? Last time, you will chase after the series one. Before it come out, you look for the date, you wait for it to come out. Now, whether you see or don't see, no different already. Then for me, it's like, how come the mind is so different suddenly? And it cannot chase already, but got conditioned to see, I will see. Then sometimes I see a little bit, more or less, I know already. All this, the repeated thing. But some has Dhamma inside there one. That one I will be interested. Then I will listen to it. Then some, like the Six Patriarchs, all those things, they make it into a video. And the meaning is very deep, very beautiful. And the director make it a point that he have the Dhamma understanding. That's why I remember in the early day, I think, Song and Chin Hao, I think they were going through the Liu Zhu Hui Neng, the platform sutta on the video, the short video and all those things. So inside there, they really have the understanding and they express it very well. No? Even Bodhidhamma also, they make it very well. So all this, I think, will be helpful when you have the understanding. So Mayan, don't worry, yeah? You will know how to actually understand it and develop the understanding to do the appropriate way to deal with all this.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brother,
You
I
have to
kind of
summarize it.
abandoned
You have to.
Yeah, so once I realized that, I try not to watch anymore lah. I mean, don't even go to that. Don't even click. No, don't even go to Facebook. Maybe Facebook.
Wow, very good. No, you
because,
can watch. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong, but do only when there is a need or necessity. Yes, it should not end up like it make you addicted, or it can control you and cause you to develop the craving and all those things. That one you have to be aware. When you are aware, no problem. They have no power over you actually.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
No problem. Sadhu. Let us rejoice. We end. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Share merits. Akasata cha Bhumata Deva Naga Mahindika Punyang Tang Anumoditwa Chirang Rakantu Loka Sasana Ettavata Chamehi Sampadan Punya Sampadan Sabbe Deva Anumodantu Sabba Sampati Siddhya Idang Me Nyatinang Hotu Sukhita Hontu Nyatayo Idang Me Nyatinang Hotu Sukhita Hontu Nyatayo Idang Me Nyatinang Hotu Sukhita Hontu Nyatayo Devo Vasatokalina Sasa Sampati Heto Cha Fito Bhavatu Loko Cha Raja Bhavatu Dhammiko Imina Punyang Kamena Mame Vala Samagamo Satang Samagamo Hotu Yawa Nivana Patiya Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Okay, you can now mindfully pay your respect to Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, Sakyamuni Buddha, and the worthy one. Then we end. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.